Yo, Independence is the vibe. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram at Independence is a Vibe, because you know that it is.
Yes, sir.
So, for all newcomers and people that have been rocking with us for a while, y'all welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We got something for y'all. Today's topic is how to conquer your fears.
Alright, that's a big one.
It is.
Yeah.
See, I feel like this is a big topic because you could be disabled. You could be able-bodied.
Mm-hmm.
Life gonna come with fear because we all afraid of something.
You know, unknown is always kind of scary,
Yeah.
Unknown.
Yeah. Travis, would you think that it's fair to say that if you're disabled, you might have a little bit more worry, maybe a little bit more things to fear, or you don't know? Yes.
Yeah, because you might have like a little bit more doubt.
Right.
You might, feel like how people might feel about you or say about you. Just a lot of stuff might run through your head.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And I think that, like you said, things that run through your head, you know what I'm saying?
Or you might feel like you can't do it.
That's true too. That's true too.
Yeah.
Because some situations you're gonna feel, kind of helpless.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't say hopeless. I said helpless. But I think that fear is a
Dream killer.
yeah, it is. I also think that it's a natural human emotion. You don't think so?
I mean, the Bible says God didn't give us a spirit of fear, then.
True. But it do say work out your soul salvation with fear and trembling. So
I have to read. I don't know. There might be more to it, though.
just like the Bible also say, let your fear of God keep you from sinning. I mean, there's that word again.
Fear of God, not of doing things.
But it's still, I don't know.
It's not the same.
Kind of similar. It ain't gotta be.
It's not the same.
It's not. Being afraid of somebody and being afraid of to do something is two different things.
Right.
But I don't know. I think that it could have different meanings, but it's kind of be rooted in the same thing.
I don't think so.
I don't know. The way I look at that be kind of different. It's kind of like parents and children. You're not supposed to be afraid of your parents as far as like them harming you, but there's I guess you could say a level of respect.
More respect than fear.
Right. I guess that you could say I guess it could be the wrong wording with certain sentences.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the right thing on the job for fear of losing your job. It's not that you're afraid of the people on your job, but you need a job.
I don't see it that way, but I mean, some people may be in fear of losing, but you can always get back.
Maybe.
Maybe. As long as you're breathing, you can come back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can, yeah. As long as you're living, yeah, you can get some money.
You can always bounce back, regardless. It might be a setback, but you're gonna bounce back.
True. But the biggest thing with this topic is the fact that regardless of what your fear may be, it could be conquered.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to live your life in fear of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that sometimes fear can be a little bit of a motivation.
Mm-hmm.
It can. You can let it stop you or you can let it kind of push you.
Yeah.
And I do understand being careful. Being fearful is not a bad thing, but you can't let it control you either. First thing to me, I would say if you are a person who is fearful of something, I would say first figure out like what it is you're afraid of.
Yeah.
Second thing is figure out why you're afraid of whatever it is you're afraid of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Knowing what you're afraid of and knowing why you're afraid of it is two different things. I'm not afraid of loud noises like firecrackers and balloons, but it does cause me physical pain when the stuff happens around me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so much like he's afraid of balloons. He's afraid of. I just don't like the noise. It's very painful. You know, it hurts. So the way I handle things, if I know I'm going in an area where there's possibly going to be fireworks or balloons, I'll, double the layer of protection around my ears. You know, plug in earbuds, turn my music up, and then put some what they call impact headphones. It's like what they use in the mechanic shop. I put them on top of my ears with the earbuds in and turn the music up.
Okay.
To block out as much of the noise as I can possibly block out. There are some things I can't block out, but I can lessen the impact of it on my hearing. You know.
Proactive.
Yeah. Because you got to protect your hearing,
Yeah.
and you got to enjoy whatever it is you went there to do. You know, so, I always kind of have a little plan in place for certain things. I also think that fear starts in your mind with most things.
It's definitely a mindset thing. That's
Oh,
all it is. If you can control your mind and the things you think, I feel like you have it figured out.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Because things that you think that might be a problem might not actually be a problem.
Yeah.
Some stuff you got to deal with it when you get to it.
I mean, it's been a lot of times, pretty sure we've all overthink on certain things, and we be like, man, what if this happened? Then we do it, and like, oh, it wasn't that bad after all. It's like it's all mindset. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of things, man, like you say, it starts in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with some things, it just depends on, what all you've been through in life, what kind of stuff you've been exposed to, things like that. But you don't have to let things make you live in fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, when you're disabled, yeah, some things gonna be harder than others. So if you tell yourself like this is not gonna work, I'm absolutely gonna fail. Like this is not gonna, because I'm in so many different conditions or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have limitations. This is not gonna work. You killing your dream before you ever let it fly. You know what I'm saying? You can't put limits on yourself.
You gotta take a leap of faith.
Right.
It might seem scary, but once you do it and you
Right.
succeed, you're like, oh man, this ain't nothing. I can conquer anything.
Yeah. And see, another thing I learned this lesson slow in life, but another thing I learned is that don't see failure as failure. Because as long as you never give up, you haven't failed. You see what I'm saying?
I see it as a lesson.
Right.
You know.
And see, also, too, a lot of the millionaires and billionaires, business people that I've seen on YouTube, they all say the same thing. If you try something once and it don't work, the next time you're not trying from zero, you're trying from
Experience.
what you learned. Yeah, exactly. You learn. You're trying from that experience.
Right.
So the only way you're gonna gain experience is to go out there and do it.
Right.
Some stuff you're gonna get experience from listening to people who may have done it, but I don't know what kind of experience that counts as. If you hadn't done it, then how can you say you you hadn't experienced it, but you might have seen things through somebody else's eyes?
If you do it and you do, fail at it, I mean, I take it as a win. Because, I mean, you learn something.
Okay.
And you got that experience, so you know, okay, I did that, it didn't work, so I'm going to pivot and do this.
True.
That's
Okay.
all. So it's still a win to me.
See, that's why I be liking these topics, the different viewpoints. That's what I be liking, man. Travis always has this viewpoint like, you just got to pivot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's switch it up.
Right.
I'm more the person, I'm like, okay, but I did this way, and it ain't work. And I'm thinking about all I put into it, the time, the money, the energy is like, I don't know if I'm going to do this again. It cost me too much.
That's life, man. It ain't going to always go as you plan.
That's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live, and you can't live through the eyes of another person.
Nah.
You know. Now with certain things, is like I told my wife, sometimes I had these rules that like stuff was foundational. It was just stuff I wasn't gonna do because some things like I experienced it through the eyes of another person. In other words, people that did a lot of drinking. Yeah, I knew people that they drank till they get drunk, and then they telling me how bad the hangovers was, and I'm seeing them, they throwing up and seeing them how sick they was, and I'm just like, nope. You'll never. I don't need to do that. Like just, man, you don't want to smoke this, or like,
Nope.
nah, I'm good. You ain't never done it. How you know it might be a good experience? You might have fun. No, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Don't need it.
Yeah.
But it's something like with business. People tell you, man, hey, don't try this because this like will make you, you absolutely gonna fail at this. Nobody succeeded in this area. No, I'm absolutely gonna try it because I might be that one that made it. You know what I'm saying?
Might be that 1% that just strike you rich.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Some things you can't experience through somebody else's thought process and through their eyes.
Yeah,
Some stuff you got to go do it.
I ain't trying to live vicariously through nobody.
Thank you.
I'm living through my own eyes.
Right. And so like we said, man, the topic is conquering fear. And I think, like I say, the first two steps, knowing what you're afraid of. Number two, knowing why you're afraid of it. Because I think if you figure out the why, there may be a way where you can stop being afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? I remember being a little bitty kid, being afraid of the dark. Afraid of the dark, you know what I'm saying? And I used to feel like, man, I'm the only kid that's afraid of the dark. But turns out I wasn't. The more little kids you're around, you start to see, like, man, they always afraid of the dark. Because for one, like you said, that fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
You turn off the lights. You in the same room, you turned off the lights in, but it looked different with the lights off. And your mind get to running.
It's all a mind thing, like I said. It's your mind playing tricks on you.
Because the older I got, I started realizing, like, ain't nothing in the room but me. And of course, like I was raised, my parents always told me, like, God is with you no matter what you go through. So I knew it was nobody but me and God in the room.
Right.
And I'm like, God ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, so I know I'm good. Right. And then the older I got, I started realizing, like, it's hard to sleep with that lamp on, man. That light in your face, like, it's better with the lights off. Right. You know what I'm saying? The room get cooler, you know what I'm saying? It's more comfortable, like.
Change your mind, then.
Right.
That fear go away. Like, oh man, I was silly.
And that brings me to point number 3. Don't feel like you're the only one, because you're not. I have met people who are just as uncomfortable around balloons and fireworks as I am. And they wasn't like, man, yeah, we need to join the club together. No, man, it's just we didn't like balloons. You know what I'm saying? I used to go places, and if I got caught like with no headphones and stuff like that, and especially like 4th of July, go to like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People being inviting us somewhere. They're like, man, yeah, y'all gotta come to the barbecue. I'm like, cool. We get there, it's daylight. It start getting dark.
Sound like World War III out there, huh?
Yeah, but there ain't nobody tell me they was gonna be popping fireworks, so I'm sitting there like I can't go inside because it's still loud. Plus, inside was packed with so many people, there was nowhere to sit. So I'm sitting under the carport like this for about 45 minutes, just trying to keep myself together because it's so loud. And they popping fireworks, at the end of the driveway, and I'm under the carport in a chair. But the driveway's short, so it's like, what if you go get in your vehicle? Like, but then I gotta get to my vehicle, which is right
by the fireworks, huh?
Yeah, like then the neighbors was popping fireworks. So like the house I'm at, they might stop so I can get in the vehicle, but the neighbors don't know me. They gonna light up. So it's like, the way I had to kind of get over that fear is like, for one, just prepare myself. It's gonna be loud. For 2, get the headphones. If I got them, you know what I'm saying? Don't get caught without them. Certain times of the year, people gonna light up. You gotta keep them with you.
Don't get caught lacking.
Yeah. So, but it was a good feeling to realize, like, I wasn't the only one at the party that was trying to stay inside with the hands on the ears and covered up because you're trying to keep the noise out. I didn't feel by myself. So point number 3, you're not the only one.
I say number 1 for me, man, would be ask God for guidance.
Yeah.
Direction, man.
Most
Have to.
definitely.
You know, times I feel like, this is too big. I don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Get in my prayer, man. Be like, I need guidance. I need you to lead me to this. And once I do that, man, it's all figured out from there. It all fall into place.
And see, I like that too because I feel like when I feel like stuff too big to me,
Hmm.
and of course I heard people say like when it's too big for you, that's just God trying to show you you need to step back and let me be God.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm going through stuff that might be too big for me or get the feeling too heavy, like after I pray, man, I feel so much peace.
Yeah.
The Bible say, do not worry, but instead pray. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And they tell you like by doing that you gonna feel God peace. I'm a witness to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's real.
Oh yeah, man. You gotta stay prayerful, man. Have that relationship with God, man. Ask for that guidance, man.
Oh
He will
yeah.
give you peace about it.
Yep.
Because what seems big to us is very small to him. It's nothing. It's like he can snap his fingers and it's done.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Number two, I'll just say go for it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Just go for it. Don't. I mean, I ain't gonna really say fear, because I don't really care for that word. I'm gonna just say
A little nervous.
you might be a little nervous, because it's the unknown. So, I mean, I would say just do it.
Yeah.
Like I said before in previous videos, you got a network as well. If you're trying to start a business or whatever,
Right.
find people that's like-minded.
Yeah.
That's doing the same thing. And that'll ease your mind into, okay, so they doing this too, so let me learn from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some I feel like different situations might present nervousness to you in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like for me, it was, and this is years ago, like trying to talk to females. I was real nervous about that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, in my own head, they gonna look at my body and they ain't gonna wanna, interact with me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is about confidence, and you're not gonna develop confidence in certain areas until you do it. You just gotta keep doing it. You might get 1,000 no's, but you might get a couple yeses too.
And one yes, that's all that matter,
Yep.
huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But I mean, like for me, man, when I first started driving,
Mhm.
I was scared,
Mhm.
especially like driving on interstate.
Yeah.
That was scary for me, but because it was the unknown, I never done it before.
Mhm.
But once I started doing it, I'm like, oh man, this ain't nothing. This is nothing. I'm like, okay, I can do this.
And I've seen people who they would say the way that they got confident in like a whole lot of areas
Mm-hmm.
is they would purposely pick something that they was like afraid of every day and they would do it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how you do that if like with everything you scared of? Like, and they like, man, if I'm scared of heights, I would purposely pick somewhere where I know I was gonna be up high, and I would go there and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd walk on this bridge that I knew was up high, like just I guess if that bridge was in their area or something like that. And I'm like, and it was like, yeah, that's how I got over my fear of heights.
Yeah, I kind of understand that because I don't really like doing public speaking,
Mhm.
but I would purposely pick classes when I was in college
Mhm.
where I knew you was gonna have to get in front of the class and give like a bunch of speeches. But I would do it just to break myself out of that.
Yeah, because fear holds you back if you let it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice. Just like I said with me getting the headphones and stuff. The reason why I got the headphones is because I want to keep the noise out my ears.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I want to keep the noise out is so that I can enjoy the party or whatever we doing that's loud. I want to be able to be there with my family and be like, yeah. Now, of course, with these headphones on and all these layers of protection, people be talking to me and it's just like, I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I can't hear you,
Yeah.
but I'm here. Just don't try to pull the headphones off my ear and tell me something. Because the moment you do that, they setting everything off. And I can't. Nope. Let go of my headphones. Thank you. Like, just.
Yeah.
But I'm here, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm outside with everybody. Whatever we doing.
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to miss out on stuff for fear that it's gonna be too noisy or it's gonna be too many people or you know, I don't want to miss out. You know,
Right. Nah, you can't miss out because of fear.
right,
You know, just walk in that mug and be like, I'm here. What's
right.
up?
You know, me and my wife was having this conversation about marriage, and she was saying that like she knew people that viewed marriage as like it's a trap. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I told her I was
I
like,
hear that a lot these days.
yeah, I heard it too. And I told her I said, nah, man, marriage is not a trap. I said what it is you have two people who have so much stuff, whatever the stuff is, and y'all are putting y'all stuff together, and what y'all telling each other and what y'all telling God is, we're gonna look to God to help us to figure all of this stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But that in itself could be fearful because one person might be really afraid of certain things, and that fear drives them to separate apart.
Yeah.
Sometimes figuring stuff out is like surgery; it's painful, you know. But if y'all really love each other, y'all gonna stick in there and work through that mess, so both of y'all can heal or whatever it is y'all gotta do, and y'all go on, you know. But it don't have to be seen as this is a bad thing. We gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
Everything is about what you want,
True.
you know. And that's why I say fear is don't let fear of whatever the fear is hold you back from living. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the point. God made us to live. We gotta live.
Oh yeah.
Now, I do believe it's got an expiration date, but
It is what it is.
yeah, you know, you gotta do something with life, and it can't always be planned and doom and dread. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some joy. God wanted you to have joy. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some happiness.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah. I definitely believe in living.
Oh yeah.
You gotta live.
You know, that's why they invented vacations.
I'm taking a vacation. Every chance I get, I'm taking a vacation, man.
For real.
My third one, I would say, is mindset. You gotta change your mindset, man.
Yep.
I feel like this life thing is all mental.
You can say that one again.
It's all mental. That's all it is. If you can control your mind,
Yep.
you can conquer life.
Because your mind would tell you stuff that ain't even happened yet.
Right.
You ain't even get to this problem at all, but your mind is like, nah, but this problem is here. No, it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
And even if a problem is in front of you, you know what I'm saying, like physically for us, you know what I'm saying, we might want to do something, but it's very physical. It's like that don't mean I can't do it. I just gotta figure out how.
Yeah, you figure out a different way.
What
like
you
I
say,
said,
Travis? Pivot.
You gotta pivot.
You gotta pivot.
You gotta pivot.
You gotta pivot. You know what I'm saying?
Like a game of basketball.
Gotta
or
pivot.
football.
My parents went to Hawaii, and they came back, and they were showing me this video where they were showing us one Sunday, because we go to my parents' house every Sunday and be chilling with them, and they were showing us this video of this guy in Hawaii who there's this path up this mountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a walking path, but the path is very uneven. It's a lot of tight spaces. It's a lot of, it gets squeezed,
Okay.
if you know what I mean. And it's a lot of uneven, different types of terrain up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we was talking about it after we watched the video, and I was just kind of like, well, my dad and my mom, they was like, so, whenever we all go to Hawaii, we gonna go together and stuff like that. And they was like, yeah, because we can't wait to, take the family up there and go walk up the path. And I was like, looking at that terrain and stuff like that, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because coming down, my dad was telling me, you got to be able to hold your body back and still move your feet and legs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, this walk take 2 hours to go up this path. And I was like, yeah, when y'all do that, man, y'all can just leave me in the car with the air on, or leave me at the room, and I'm going to just wait for y'all to come back. You know what I'm saying? And my dad was like, son, I ain't never left you when we went on no vacations, even if I had to carry you. So I'm not leaving you on this one. And my wife was like, yeah, we're going to help you get there. We're going to help you get up. And I'm just like, 2 hours in the heat, try to do all that walking. I don't know, right? And they was like, you know what? Why don't you just cross that bridge when you get there? You don't know if you're gonna be able to handle it or not. You know, you can't go off of what the video said or what we were saying, because at first they was like it's gonna be kind of tough, and then they kind of switched up their words.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes you can let what people say cause you to have fear, or you can take that fear and flip it. You know, so take it as a challenge. Nah, I want to do this because
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see. Let me see. You know, and if I get halfway there and get stuck or get tired, well, y'all keep going. Let me rest.
A lot of times I'm that way, man. I be like, I might read something or hear somebody say it's gonna be like this when you get there. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna figure it out when I get there.
Yep.
I'm still going.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a lot of times for me, I want to be able to say I did do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and no matter how scary or how hard it may have seemed, I just want to be able to say I did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now of course doing some stuff has cost me some things physically. Like I did some stuff I wanted to do, and I physically got bruised up, cut. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to say, hey, I did it.
Yeah, it was like one time when I went kayaking one time, and it was like it's not accessible. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was like, but I mean, if you still want to do it, you can come. I'm like, all right, I'm coming anyway.
I never went kayaking before.
So I went out there, and it's like a bunch of people. You know, they came up to me like, hey, we can help you if you need help.
To do what? Like get in the canoe?
Yeah, they get in the
Oh,
kayak.
okay, okay.
So I
I'm
could
in
have
the
been.
kayak. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
so I could have been like, you know what? Since they said it's not accessible, I ain't gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But since I got the mindset of, okay, I'll figure it out when I get there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got there, people was like, all right, you know, you going kayaking? I'm like, yeah. Okay, well, we can help you get in there if you need help.
Mm-hmm.
So if I never would have went, I never would have even been able to do it, because you know I would have just been like, oh, they said it ain't accessible, so I ain't gonna go. You know, so sometimes you just got to do it.
And see, like that right there. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because you never know. It might turn out to work out for you.
Man, I know. Sometimes me and my wife will have a discussion. It be about money, right?
Hmm.
And we'll want to go do certain things. It could be something small, just something small that's fun to do. And I'm like, well, I mean, we ain't saved up for it. We ain't plan on doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we ought to just go out and do this, because you know what I'm saying. Like we could put that money on something else. And she'll be
Hmm.
like, look, she'll be like, man, you always talking about like we gotta live, but we not living it. We always waiting for stuff to be right.
Hmm.
And she was like, because you always say like, you never know what's gonna happen, something good or something bad. So
Yeah.
she was like, man, I really think we ought to just go, you know, and we just worry about the money or whatever the problem is later. And I'm like, there's been times I said, nah, we gonna stay home. And there's been times I said, yeah, and everything was great,
Right.
you know. And there was times I said, nah, we gonna stay home, and I was right. Staying home was a good decision, and sometimes it wasn't, you
Hmm.
know. But what I'm learning, like I said, I'm learning slow, is that in life you gotta take chances. That's what it all boils down to. You gonna miss 100% of the shots you never take,
Hmm.
you know. So I'm just learning that you gotta move that fear out the way.
Complacency is a killer.
It is, it is, you know. And it's easy to get comfortable with, I guess you could say, what you used to. It's easy to be comfortable.
Hmm.
But what should make you uneasy is the fact that like you are missing out on stuff.
Hmm.
You know, especially if you look at social media, and I know social media is just a lens. It show you what people want you to see. It don't show you the real.
Yeah.
You know, but when you look at social media, you see people with disabilities. You see people that's able-bodied and they taking trips. They doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at that, you like, man, I want to do that, but no buts. Figure it out.
Right.
You only got one life to live, and you gotta live it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I agree. Life is to be lived.
Right.
I'm gonna be emptied out when I leave.
Yes, sir. I got a lot of stuff I want to do before I leave. Some stuff I want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff to me it seems small. Some stuff to me seem big. But I just want to see it happen.
Hmm.
You know?
Gotta stay prideful, man. Make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Ask for that guidance.
Yeah, I ask God for guidance. I ask Him for open doors, and just because I know He the main connection.
Then you gotta also put that muscle behind that, though.
Yeah, faith without works is dead, right?
Right.
Right.
You gotta put the muscle behind that prayer.
So yeah, I've been making some moves, and some stuff I feel like it's stalling, but consistent, just every day. You know what I'm saying? Networking, whatever you want to call it, every day. You know, I be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm planting the seeds. I ain't seeing the stuff I want to see yet, but the story ain't over. It's still being written. So
Well, it take a little while for an oak tree to grow, ain't it?
yeah, yeah,
What
that's
they
true.
say.
That's true.
Yeah.
All I can say is the story and the song with it gonna be amazing. Cause it's cooking. It's definitely cooking.
Oh yeah.
So
But yeah, y'all. You know.
let us know some ways that y'all conquered y'all fears or what y'all fears may be.
Right.
Cause I know we ain't cover everything in this video. It's a broad topic. But yeah, y'all definitely let us know.
And if we missed something that y'all want to discuss, let us know in the comments.
Exactly.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram at Independence is a Vibe, because you know that it is.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be back next week with another video.
Stay tuned.
And we out.
Peace.